House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi is in Boston today, marking the 20th anniversary of the Federal Family and Medical Leave Act in Boston. The 1993 law offers 12 weeks of unpaid leave, which workers can use to care for a new baby, sick family member, or to recover from an illness.
Celebrating a monumental moment for American workers, the 10th anniversary of the Family and Medical Leave Act. And House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi was in town to mark the occasion. Pelosi joining U.S. Representative Mike Capuano and others to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the act. After the event, Pelosi also discussed her thoughts on the upcoming Supreme Court hearing into the constitutionality of the Defense of Marriage Act.
It's about family and fairness, and I feel pretty confident that it is unconstitutional. But I hope that the justices share that view.
Pelosi's visit today, all part of a month-long series of planned events to mark the Leave Act's inception. Since it went into effect in 1993, the law has been used by more than 100 million people, an estimated 35 million men and women.
This is 7 News at 4:30.
House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi spending time in Boston this afternoon. She joined Bay State Congressman Michael Capuano and other local leaders to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Family and Medical Leave Act. The federal law guarantees Americans extended time to care for loved ones.
Y representante Nancy Pelosi llega a Boston para conmemorar importante ley del trabajador. Pelosi, junto con líderes del sindicato SEIU y el representante Michael Capuano, celebraron la ley de licencia familiar y médica pasada hace 20 años. La misma le ofrece a trabajadores 12 semanas de licencia sin sueldo, la cual pueden utilizar para cuidar a un nuevo bebé o a un familiar enfermo. Esta aplica a empleados de compañías con más de 50 personas o aquellos que trabajen más de 1,250 horas al año. Pelosi indicó que esta ley fue un gran logro para el país, pero indicó que no debemos de conformarnos y debemos seguir luchando para extender estos beneficios. Activistas laborales dicen que la ley todavía deja fuera a más de la mitad de la fuerza laboral.
She is in town today, but surprising to many Massachusetts polls, she was not here to raise money. Janet Wood reports she wasn't even interested in weighing in on the special U.S. Senate race between two of her Democratic colleagues.
Nancy Pelosi is a prolific fundraiser, well over $300 million in the last decade. But today she was here to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Family Medical Leave Act. Most of those in the audience were surprised to learn she wasn't tacking on a fundraiser to this trip to Boston. And she really didn't want to talk about the race between Congressman Ed Markey, with whom she is politically close, and Congressman Stephen Lynch. But listen carefully to what she says about the two men who were not invited to this event.
Congressman Markey has been in the lead on issues that relate to health care and climate change and job creation. Mr. Lynch has been interested in our national security and the rest. So
it was widely reported when she was House Speaker that she and Lynch, the only member of the New England delegation to vote against Obamacare, exchanged harsh words just before the vote in 2010.
Mr. Lynch was not very helpful to you when you were House Speaker trying to round up votes for health care. Some people might assume that perhaps you might even try to help Ed Markey raise money. Not true?
No, I'm not. Right now, since you're talking politics, I didn't come here to do that. I came to talk about policy.
And why isn't she interested in weighing in?
I'm going to call her the Speaker, though I know technically she's not, because not only was she the Speaker, she will be the Speaker again.
And to drive that point home, Pelosi told us her political activities these days are geared to winning a Democratic majority in the House. That's the only way she can become Speaker again, and at least one of the two Democrats running in this U.S. Senate race will likely be voting in that election if she runs.
It has ensured employees job protection during times of illness or family emergencies. The Family and Medical Leave Act, marking its 20th anniversary. House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi in town for this occasion. She joined United States Representative Mike Capuano, others to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the act. After the event, Pelosi also discussed her thoughts on the upcoming Supreme Court hearing into the constitutionality of the Defense of Marriage Act.
it's about family and fairness, and I feel pretty confident that it is unconstitutional. But I hope that the justices share that view.
Since it went into effect in 1993, the Family and Medical Leave Act has been used more than 100 million times by an estimated 35 million men and women.
House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi spending time in Boston this afternoon. She joined Bay State Congressman Michael Capuano and other local leaders to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Family and Medical Leave Act. That federal law guarantees Americans extended time to care for loved ones.
This afternoon, House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi will be in Boston to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the passage of the Family and Medical Leave Act. The landmark federal law guarantees Americans the right to take up to 3 months of paid time off from work to care for loved ones. To qualify for the protection, a worker must be employed by a company with 50 or more employees for a year or more and work at least 1,250 hours per year.
Nancy Pelosi is hitting the hub today. The U.S. Minority Leader is in town to mark the 20th anniversary of the Family and Medical Leave Act. That law offers 12 weeks of unpaid leave, which workers can use to care for a new baby, sick family member, or recover from an illness. Pelosi will be joined by union leaders and Representative Michael Capuano at the Service Employees International Union headquarters in Boston.